Positive, Godly Affirmations. For the new year 1, I am fearfully and wonderfully made by God. From Psalm 139:14, this reminds you that you are intricately designed by God, highlighting your value and purpose. Even on days you feel inadequate, this affirmation reinforces your inherent worth. 2. God's plans for me are good and filled with hope. Rooted in Jeremiah 29:11, it reassures you that God's plans are intentional and lead to a future of hope. It encourages trust in God's overarching plan, even in uncertainty. 3. I am a new creation in Christ. The old has passed away. From 2 Corinthians 5:17, this affirms a clean slate through Christ, offering freedom from guilt and past mistakes. It's a reminder to embrace your spiritual renewal. 4. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Inspired by Nehemiah 8:10, this affirmation recognizes God as the ultimate source of inner strength. No matter the challenges, His joy sustains and empowers you. 5. I am deeply loved by God. Grounded in John 3:16, this affirmation centers on God's unconditional love shown through Jesus' sacrifice. It reminds you of your worth and God's commitment to you. 6. I trust God's timing and plans for my life. From Proverbs 3:5-6, it invites you to let go of control and lean on God's wisdom. His timing is perfect, even when it differs from your expectations. 7. I walk in God's favor every day. Reflecting Psalm 5:12, this affirmation declares God's protective and blessing-filled presence over your daily life, giving you confidence to move forward. 8. I have peace that surpasses all understanding. Based on Philippians 4:7, it acknowledges God's gift of peace that calms your heart and mind, especially in stressful situations. 9. God's grace is sufficient for me. From 2 Corinthians 12:9, it emphasizes that God's grace empowers you in your weaknesses, providing what you need to overcome challenges. 10. I am chosen and called by God for His purposes. Inspired by 1 Peter 2:9, it reaffirms your unique calling and identity as a part of God's royal family, created to reflect His light in the world. 11. I will bear fruit in every season of my life. Rooted in Psalm 1:3, this affirms that God's blessings and guidance enable you to thrive, no matter the circumstances. 12. I am more than a conqueror through Christ who loves me. From Romans 8:37, this declaration inspires confidence that you can overcome any obstacle through God's love and power. 13. God renews my strength daily. Based on Isaiah 40:31, it reminds you that when you trust in God, He renews your energy and provides endurance for life's demands. 14. I am filled with God's Spirit to accomplish great things. Reflecting Ephesians 3:20, it declares that God's Spirit works through you, enabling you to exceed your own limitations. 15. My steps are ordered by the Lord. From Psalm 37:23, it reassures you that God actively guides your life, steering you toward His will and blessings. 16. I will seek God first in all I do. Inspired by Matthew 6:33, this affirmation prioritizes seeking God's kingdom, trusting that everything else will follow in due course. 17. I am equipped with everything I need for a godly life. Based on 2 Peter 1:3, it reassures you that God provides the tools, wisdom, strength, and grace to live a life that honors Him. 18. God's light shines through me wherever I go. Rooted in Matthew 5:14-16, this declares your role as a beacon of hope, love, and godliness in a world that needs God's light. 19. I am blessed to be a blessing to others. Reflecting Genesis 12:2, this affirmation shifts focus from self to service, reminding you that your blessings are meant to overflow into others' lives. 20. I forgive as God has forgiven me. Inspired by Colossians 3:13, it highlights forgiveness as both an act of obedience and a source of freedom from bitterness. 21. I trust God to provide all my needs. Based on Philippians 4:19, it encourages reliance on God's ability to meet every physical, emotional, and spiritual need. 22. I have the mind of Christ and make wise decisions. From 1 Corinthians 2:16, this affirmation empowers you to think, discern, and act in alignment with God's wisdom and guidance. 23. God works all things together for my good. Rooted in Romans 8:28, it assures you that even painful experiences will be redeemed by God's divine purpose. 24. I am victorious in Christ Jesus. Inspired by 1 Corinthians 15:57, this declaration reminds you of the ultimate victory over sin, fear, and challenges through Christ. 25. God's love casts out all fear in my life. From 1 John 4:18, it speaks of the transformative power of God's love, which eliminates fear and builds confidence in His care. Use these affirmations as a guidepost, helping you focus on God's promises, shift your mindset, and face the new year with faith, peace, and hope. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share if you enjoyed this video.